Hey, we're going to talk about China today. Why is China everywhere? Well, it's because of you. You and your sensational appetite for cheap product. China wouldn't be around if you didn't want the cheapest products available. And they are copying everyone. And there's no getting away from China. You want the drug, they keep feeding it to you. Now, not all China's bad. You can actually get good product from China. But all the copycat stuff is pretty much junk. So you got to be careful. Some of it you can work around by making it fit, a little grind here, an extra hole drill there, tap some threads because they're dirty or off or crooked. You can make it work. Some of the things I'd like to show you today are the biggest copycats. Things I've been complained about by the customer. This is one of them. Yep. This is all over the place. This is a Chariot reed cage by Jerry at Chariot. His products are all over eBay being sold by China. This is killing the industry. It's killing our small business guys that are making great product. The way you can tell is Jerry at Chariot, his machining is always perfect and flawless. And the China ones will always have a divot, scrape. Their quality control is horrible. And I've been claimed that I've sold China reeds to a customer. These are not China, but Jerry doesn't put his name anywhere on here, which doesn't always help because they'll put the name on it too and sell it. They're ruthless. I only buy Chariot cages. V-Force 4, V-Force anything, it's the same way. They are copying them and putting them out there with the name and everything on them. How do you tell when you get a China one? Well, like I said, these ones will be machined, hacked up, not right. The reed pedals break right away. That goes for the V-Force 4. You buy a V-Force 4 for, 80 or 90 bucks or 100 bucks for a set. Those are not real V-Force. Go to a reputable dealer. Go to John at Sandtoys. Go to BP Racing. Go to Inland ATV. These guys sell product that is from the original manufacturer, so you don't have to worry about getting bit by China. China is all over eBay. The retail outlets these guys own, these small business operators, are not selling it. They can sell stuff from China, but they're not going to sell bootleg stuff with somebody else's name on it, like V-Force. You get in trouble for doing stuff like that. They can't stop it on eBay. I don't know why, because they sell it directly from China, but this stuff is all over the place. Let me move on to a product that I like from China. It's not a complete love affair. It fills a niche. Again, the product is not perfect. And if you buy them right off eBay, you better do your quality control because you're going to be chasing threads. You better have a caliper to measure the deck height, the overall dimensions of it. You want to check everything. Put a plug in, the water plug in it, fill it with water, make sure it doesn't leak out of any orifice. They tend to have more casting bubbles. And again, their quality control sucks. They'll throw it out the door. They don't ever check anything. So the gaskets are junk. I shouldn't say that. They're not junk. They'll work. you can see right offhand what this one looks like. They're not beveled at all. They're just shot with like paint instead of the rubber coating you get from the factory. But they'll work. If you want to buy cheap, this will work. You just have to hit it with some copper RTV. I'll use these in-house. You just smear a little bit on. Don't glob it all over the place. Just like a paint. Or you can paint it on. And this will hold. Or you can throw it in the trash and get an OEM gasket. Or a Cometic, which is very good. And there's some others out there. Now, what I want to show you is the actual cylinders. They come in like this. Take them, open them up. If you get the ones with the pistons and a wrist pin and all, throw all that stuff away. The pistons fly apart in an hour or two. This is what they look like right out of the box. Again, I check mating surfaces. This one is clean. Now, it's hard to see casting bubbles with the paint on it. So what I do is I don't ever sell these right off the floor like this. You can go to eBay and buy them if you want. I port them and make sure any casting flaws or any deck height or base gasket areas are perfectly flat and there's no bubbles, so they seal. I make sure all these thread holes are chased and straight. I carry this product and I sell it ported with Wiseco pistons. Any size you want. They aren't big bore, so they're not 68s. They can go up to 66. I'll sell them at 66 and you can bore them out to 6650 if you want. It gives it a couple bore jobs. I like these. You just have to be careful. One of the biggest problems in China copying product is the carburetors. They are all over the place and they make them look exactly like the big manufacturer, Key and Carbs. I've been burned by them. They are flawless as far as them copying the originals. It looks like the internet's pretty on top of what the differences are between the Kian originals and the China ones, but it's very minute, and every time something comes up, they change it to make it look exactly like Kian. How do you not buy China knockoff Kian carburetors? Well, you go to a reputable dealer and ask for the real Kian carburetors. They'll sell them to you. Brick and mortar, small business man will sell you genuine carburetors. And everybody's about out of stock of them right now. I haven't been able to get them in months. I get twosies here and twosies there, and that's about it. China has just screwed the market up on that royally. And you know that they're perfect copies, but you can never get them to run quite right. And they seem to wear and fall out of tune real quick too. So go to your small business man like John at Sand Toys or BP Racing. There's a lot of other good name brand shops out there that will sell you quality name brand product that has not been copied and is a China knockoff. This is a Super Cub 472. That's a 72 bore on a 58 stroke on a 115 long rod. I assembled this one here. This one's going to be going in a bike frame that is getting powder coated. It'll be set up here for the Glamis sand dunes. You can see we got an aftermarket billet basket. Got the pancake bearing. It's got a Pro Mod transmission so it can shift under all this power that this thing's going to make. This is the porting that was done. Since it's assembled, I can't show you. It is up on Instagram. But this is the ports. There's the pistons working through the stroke. You can see how that all sits in there real nice. Just standard OEM electronics, OEM flywheel, chariot head on this one. Sandblasted the cases. They were black and yellow, so got those all cleaned up. This over here is something a little more serious. This is a set up quarter-mile drag racer. This is a 612cc DM. Another CP Industries block, just like the Super Cub, the Cubs and the Serval. CP makes the best blocks in the business. They are legitimate, high quality blocks. Best stuff on the market. This one's running a lockout, billet basket, straight cut gears, full override transmission, set up for quarter mile. As you can see, these cases look a little different because they are billet. These are all billet cases. I typically don't build anything over 521 cc's on stock cases. You just run into too many issues with the cases flexing. I'm gonna pull this flywheel off. This is an OEM flywheel, but it looks like a boat anchor. Came in with the motor build. So we're gonna sandblast that. You want to take a look under the cap. This isn't sealed up yet. We got a few other issues with the water neck and the way it's bolted down. But these DM shells look like just like the old Trinity Cheetah shells. Here are the domes. You can see that the dome nor the head have any O-rings. All the O-rings sit in the block. They've got bolt-on flanges, so it's a little bit different when you go to these big Cheetahs, not big Cheetahs, big DMs. You can see the O-rings are on the flange. Flanges remind me of the old RZ350. They're bolt-on flanges also. There is the big piston in there with the numbers still all written in on them for when Millennium did the piston to wall clearance. When they lined it up, you want to send the pistons in with your cylinders or purchase pistons from Millennium because you want the piston to bore perfect, especially when you're putting out this kind of power and you're doing quarter-mile drag racing. There you go.